welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'm going to go over a story titled, My Friend Found an Explicit Video of My Wife Online. And a shout out to Mr. Arkansas for sending this story. And guys, this story, just like the title says, is about a husband and father. He's been married a number of years, couple little kids and all. And he and his wife, at least he thought he and his wife were very conservative people. Churchgoers, all that. Don't look at spicy material online, all that. And lo and behold, one day his friend invites him over and has to show him something. Can't tell him, but he has to show him. And lo and behold, like the title says, sees a video of his wife engaging in things that, well, you'll hear about in a few minutes. And to no surprise, this guy not only is hurt beyond belief, but also shocked because she's so conservative. She's a churchgoer, church every Sunday, all that. And I thought it'd be a good one to go over here, guys, making the point that I don't care what facade is going on there with church and singing in the choir and Sunday school and all that. These things happen. In fact, sometimes it's the most conservative types that put on the show that are the most guilty of said activities. And also, guys, as is proven once again, as you're going to see, that this actually happened at a bachelorette party. And really, not a whole lot of good comes from bachelorette parties. The only time I see it okay to have a bachelorette party is if it's a joint party between the groom and the bride. You know, a joint bachelorette party. They all go for a Vegas weekend together. They're all hanging out together. Or maybe just a party, you know, in the local area, whatever. Or off to Hawaii or something. But when they split them up, not a lot of good comes out of it. So it starts off, says here, this is my first time posting on Reddit, general lurker on most of these types of subs. I never thought I'd be in a situation where I need to talk and vent for advice like this. This past Sunday, my friend gave me a call just after getting home from church. He asked me to come over and sounded very serious. I asked why, and he told me he needed to talk to me, to just tell my wife that he needed my help moving some stuff into the basement to his garage. I really didn't like lying to her, especially since she's my wife, but he sounded serious enough that I did. So even here, this guy, he doesn't even like telling a little fib. You know, I'm going to go help out Joe move some stuff. He knows it's not the truth. Shows he's a stand-up guy. Well, I sped over to his house, thinking something was wrong and he needed help. I rushed to the door and he let me in. He seemed fine, so I asked what was going on. He said he needed to show me something in person. In private. Confused, he brought me to the kitchen and pulled out his laptop. I can only imagine this scenario happening to any of you guys that watch this stuff regularly. If your bro, you need to come over here and I got to show you something on my laptop. For those of you guys that are married, have girlfriends, and you're going to be thinking this. Meanwhile, he could be showing you something completely different. Well, he had a spicy website pulled up, and I started yelling at him, as he fully well knew that I'm against PORN. My wife and I are pretty conservative Christians, and before anyone else says I force it on my wife, she's the one who convinced me of it. Oh, so his wife brought him into the church-going, conservative Christian lifestyle? Interesting. Well, he stops me and just points to a person on the screen, and I feel like I'm going to vomit. I felt like I was going to vomit out of my chest. He says, I'm sorry for this graphic material, or if it's too detailed. I'm not trying to elicit anything, but this is etched in my mind, and I need to get it out. Brother, it's okay. You're amongst friends. Let it out. Plus, frankly, we're all curious. On the screen was my wife. Shirt pulled off, sucking on another man's, you know what, and holding another one in her hand. Holy crap. Did she have a crucifix swinging around as she was bobbing her head back and forth? I know it's her because she has a birthmark on the lower part of her boob. I started yelling again, asking, what the hell is this, and why does he have it? I'd be like, dude, I'm trying to show you this. I'm not watching this for fun. He calls me down and told me that Saturday night he was looking up spicy material, and I've been scrolling through the genre of PORN, looking for something to, occupy his time, and saw someone he recognized in the thumbnail picture. It was my wife. Man, what are the odds? This isn't the first time I've heard a story like this. She was in a room full of a bunch of clothed women, like 30 to 40 of them sitting around like on a bunch of benches and chairs in a club. There were a few naked dudes going around and swinging their you-know-whats in front of the girls, and some of them would touch it or just laugh. Okay, sounds like a bachelorette party or something like that. The church girls, huh? Look, here's the deal. There's no way this isn't her first rodeo behaving in such a manner, because you're not going to have some girl, let's just say for her whole life, she was as pure as can be, all that, and then gets invited to a bachelorette party, goes along with it, and has no idea what's going to happen, and then all of a sudden, boom, dicks are everywhere, and so easily, she's got one in one hand and one in the mouth, and the crucifix is swinging back and forth as she's bobbing her head. No. She's well versed in this type of activities. This poor guy was suckered. Anyhow, as he's showing me the full video, I see my wife and a handful of her friends sitting around on those benches. The guy is going by and waving it in their faces. Most of her friends are grabbing it for a few seconds or feeling his body. My wife and one of her close friends both grabbed it and put it in their mouth. Guys, there's going to be someone saying this is bullshit. Always. Guaranteed. Do you know how many stories I've covered like this? Do you know how many guys have written into me that are limo drivers, bouncers, bartenders, former dancers that all confirm this? For any of you that think that this is a bunch of nonsense or rage bait or whatever, clickbait, whatever. Yeah. I have a buddy back in the day, I haven't talked to him in years. He was a bouncer. Believe me, he emphasized on these girls' nights, bachelorette things. Well, it says here, I'm in tears at this point, and I have no idea what to do. He broke it to me as best he could that I need to finish the video. What, to see her finish the guy? I think the guy got the point. I asked him why, and he said he couldn't put it into his own words for me. I cannot type this out into detail because I'm already starting to cry and feel sick again. So in summary, the girl next to her starts getting very intimate with one of the guys. My friend told me that in these videos, it's mostly just random women and one or two paid PORN stars that have you-know-what with them. My wife starts joining in. First with just her hands and mouth, and then she has you-know-what for a few minutes in the video. Well, sounds like she needs to go to confession. Holy crap. This poor guy. See my point about bachelorette parties? Well, at this point, I'm breaking down. This isn't my wife. This is not the woman I married. I have no idea. I'm looking at whoever it is. I hate her. Well, there's only one explanation. It's the devil's fault. The devil possessed her. She was completely blameless in this whole thing. Bullshit. You got bait and switch, my man. You got conned. There ain't no way this isn't a regular occurrence. And you want to know the worst part? Dude, what else could be worse? She was pregnant with our first child. I could tell by her belly that she was in the late second trimester or third trimester. She had you-know-what on video with another man with our child inside of her. She could have hurt our child. She could have contracted something and passed it on to him. Good God. Yeah, anyway, your child's in the second trimester in her belly, and meanwhile, fucking Tyrone's 12-inch you-know-what's like, your kid's in there like, get out of my house. Get out of my house, Tyrone. Shit. My friend tells me to turn off my phone, calls my wife on his phone, and tells her that mine died and we're heading to pick up something from his parents' house. He tells me he's not letting me drive or go anywhere else until I've calmed down. That is a very, very good idea. I think our boy here is like, give me the freaking whiskey. I'm embarrassed at how much of a mess I turned. I felt like a toddler breaking down. Once the crying subsided, it turned to pure rage, which is what I'm still feeling. He had me go at it with his heavy bag for a couple minutes before I got winded. That is a very good idea. Every guy should have a punching bag in the house. Well, once I calmed down, he started telling me what he was able to figure out, that the video is from 2015, which lines up to when she was pregnant and our son was born. He was helping me work through it, trying to figure out what, when, and why this happened. Why it happened? Because they're all bitches. and she's the biggest one of them. Pregnant and married. My God. I don't have the greatest memory, but I know we went to her friend's wedding that summer, and it was just before my wife gave birth. The only logical thing I could come up with is that her friend had the bachelor party beforehand, and my wife went. Obviously, sir. It's time to inform all the guys and all the boyfriends and husbands of these women what's going on here. The thing is, it wasn't even one of those out-of-town road trip vacation type of parties. It was literally a later afternoon, late night thing in the area. I don't understand how this could have happened. Easily, brother, because you were so trustworthy. They all put on the act. I'm assuming, look, you got a bunch of churchgoers. The odds are that they probably hang out with other churchgoers, and which church are they going to? The Church of Jesus or the Church of Satan here? My wife has never given me any reason to mistrust her because she's slick. We have an open phone agreement. I never see anything concerning when I borrowed it. Maybe she has another phone, dude. We go to church every Sunday. She dresses and behaves very reserved. We don't watch spicy material. We don't even watch shows or movies with nudity by her request. Well, she doesn't have to watch it. She lives it, for heaven's sake. She's going to church every Sunday to get to walk out of there with a clean slate. We don't even watch shows, or I read that part. She's never done anything remotely close to this. So we now know what his bedroom life is like. No BJs. Again, before someone criticizes the Christian thing, I'm the one who adopted and can conform to her ideals and lifestyle here, not the other way around. Well, man, she's a giant effing hypocrite. And if that's not for you, then you have every right, when you divorce her and you better divorce her, to seek your own path. Well, I went home later Sunday night. I held it in deep when I went in there, not wanting to give away anything, especially in front of our 8- and 6-year-old children. I spent most of the evening and night in the bathroom. I told my wife I had a stomach bug, and it might be best for me to sleep on the couch until it gets better. Good story. But you better be spraying the Febreze or whatever to make sure, you get the point. I slept on the couch and went to work before she woke up the next morning. I played the stomach bug card again on Monday, but I can't do it 3 days in a row. She brought the kids to soccer practice and will be back in a couple hours, hence my typing this now. I have no idea what to do. I don't think I'll ever forgive her. She disgusts me and I don't want her touching me. I miss the wife I thought I had. I feel like somebody had died. What do I do? What is the best for my kids? I am lost. Holy crap. This poor guy. Well, what he needs to do, you all know what he needs to do. Talk to a lawyer. Find out your options. I don't want to hear divorce is against his thing. No. She is certainly warranted here. And I'm going to say the thing that you're all thinking here. How on God's green earth do we know those 2 kids are his, given her actions here? There's no way this is a one-time thing. No freaking way. No freaking way. So what I'd suggest is he goes talks to a lawyer. Take a day off. Take a day off. Let her think you're at work. She's been deceptive all this time. Now it's your turn to be a little deceptive. And meet with a lawyer. Meet a few lawyers. Find out your options. I hope you're in an at-fault state, but if not, given the fact you've been married a while, 2 little kids, even though you got the evidence right there, still, if you're in a no-fault divorce state, you can still get raked over the coals, but you can't stay married to someone like this. Why the hell would you want you? And also, when the kids are asleep, get a little sample of their saliva, a little hair, and find out they're yours. And you cannot be with her. End of freaking story, because there's no way it's a one-time incident. Even if it was a one-time incident, no freaking way. So guys, there you go. Bachelorette parties, terrible idea. Always pay attention to things. You need to really vet your girl nowadays if you're going to get married to her. I mean, good Lord. And it doesn't stop. The vetting doesn't stop ahead of the marriage or the getting together and stuff like that. It continues. You're always paying attention. It sucks, but you always have to pay attention or this can happen. So I wish this guy the best, but god damn, that's terrible. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.